just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it.
My receipts be looking like phone numbers. If it ain't money, then wrong number. Black card is my business card. The way it be setting the tone for me. I don't need a brag, but I be like, put it in the bag, yeah. When you see the max, they stacked up like my, yeah. Shoot, go from the south to the booth, make it all back in one loop. Give me the loot, never mind, I got the juice. Nothing but never we shoot. Look at my neck, look at my neck. Ain't got enough money to pay me respect. Ain't no budget when I'm on the set. If I like it, then that's what I get, yeah.
I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it. You like my hair, she thinks, just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it, yeah.
Na 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 If I was a rich girl, na 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 na. See, I'd have all the money in the world if I was a wealthy girl. No man can test me, impress me. My cash flow will never ever end. 'Cause I'd have all the money in the world if I was a wealthy girl. Think what that money could bring. I'd buy everything. Clean out Vivian Westwood in my Galliano gown. No, wouldn't just have one look. A Hollywood mansion if I could. Please book me first class to my fancy house in London town. All the riches, baby, won't mean anything. All the riches, baby, won't bring what your love can bring. All the riches, baby, won't mean anything.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2020-2021 Performing Arts season of the Public Schools of Brookline, Massachusetts. We have a wide and wonderful array of music, drama, and dance performances, shows, and concerts for you throughout the school year. My name is Kenny Kozal, and I'm the Performing Arts Curriculum Coordinator for the district, and we are fortunate to be a part of this wonderful town of Brookline, Massachusetts that truly understands and values the role of performing arts education for every student. We hope you enjoy tonight's show, and we hope you will join us for all our shows throughout the school year. Thank you, and without further ado, enjoy the show.
Get back. I'm alright, Jack. Keep your hands off of my stack. Money, it's a hit. Don't get me back to good bullshit. I'm in a high fidelity first class traveling section. I think I need a legit.
Good day, lady.
I'm glad you're well.
I have not seen you long. How goes the world?
It wears, sir, as it grows.
Aye, that's well known.
And here's the jeweler.
I have a jewel here.
Oh, pray, let's see it. For the Lady Timon.
Indeed. Looky.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What have you there?
Oh, a picture.
'Tis a good piece.
Oh, this comes off well and excellent.
You are wrapped, sir, in some work
some dedication for the great Timon.
Our poesy is like the sap which oozes from the great tree which nourishes it. Timon of Athens. Time, money. Timon the great sun.
Oh. Hast thou received thy invitations to the ladies' banquet?
We must be dutiful in the making of our presence in her favors.
Your friends bring many suits before the banquet begins. First is Ventidius.
Let him approach. Ah, Ventidius, good fellow. What is it you ask?
Ah, my good lady, I find myself in debt, expecting a windfall which is shortly due, but for now, prison awaits my situation. Your honorable letter I desire, and a loan which I will repay shortly.
Honest Ventidius, my friend when he must need me. I'll pay the debt and free you.
I am ever bound to your ladyship. All happiness to your honor.
Sempronia wishes to approach.
Lady Timon, hear me speak.
Freely, good friend.
Thou hast a maid named Lucia.
I have so. What of her?
Call her.
Lucia!
Here, at your ladyship's service.
Only one daughter have I, no kin else, and I have bred her at my highest cost in qualities of the best. This woman of thine, this apprentice cook, frequents my house and tempts her love. I prithee, noble Timon, join with me to forbid her this claim.
Lucia is honest.
My estate deserves an heir with more wealth.
Does your daughter love her?
She is young and apt.
Lucia, love you her daughter?
I, Timon, and she dotes on me.
This young lady of mine hath served me well. To build her fortune I will strain a little. What you bestow in your daughter, I'll counterpoise with Lucia and make their fortunes equal in marriage.
Most noble Timon! Pardon me to this your honor, 'tis a match!
Right welcome, madam.
Humbly, I thank your ladyship. May the gods bless and keep you.
All good blessings upon you, Lucia. Flavia.
Oui, madame.
Are the gifts ready to be delivered?
Oui, madame.
Ready them for the banquet.
There is no crossing her in this.
Oh, so I should tell her. Well, I faith I should. She commands us to provide and give the great gifts. Yet, oh, it's an empty coffer.
Oh, vouchsafe my labor and long live your ladyship.
My dear lady, I have written you a poesy. Timon of Athens. Time, money. Timon, the great sun, nurtures poetry. No life without time, sun.
I thank you. What have you there, my friend? Oh, the picture is almost the natural man. I like your work.
Oh, the gods preserve ye.
Oh, madam, your jewel is a piece of work.
You mend the jewel by the wearing it.
With much gratitude. Oh, look, who comes here? Ah, Apamantis, old friend.
Oh, good morrow to thee, gentle Apamantis. Will I be gentle? Stay thou for thy good morrow. Dost thou not heed the state of the world? What plagues? What portents? What raging of the sea, shaking of the earth, when scalding fires sweep the land, divert, crack, rend the unity and married calm of states. Why, Timon, hold forth with these knaves?
Why dost thou call them knaves? Thou knowest them not.
Oh, are they not Athenians?
Yes.
Oh, then I repent not. You know me, painter.
Oh, thou knowest I do. I called thee by thy name.
How likest thou this picture, Apomantus?
'Tis the best of the worst.
You're a dog.
Thy mother is of my generation. Now what's she if I be a dog? Why?
What dost thou think this jewel 'tis worth?
Not worth my thinking. How now, poet? Art not one?
Yes.
Then thou liest. Timon, the great sun, nurtures poetry. No life without time, son. You, Timon, that loves to be flattered, is worthy of the flatterers.
Our feast begins shortly. Please, help yourselves to spirits.
Come, 'tis almost time to taste Timon's bounty. She's the very heart of kindness.
She pours it out like the god of gold, but accepts no gift unto herself.
Most honored Timon, it hath pleased the gods to remember my father's age, and in death called him to peace. He is gone happy, and has left me rich. Virtue, I do return your loan, from whose help I derived liberty, doubled with thanks and service.
Honest Ventidius, you mistake my love. I gave it freely ever, and there's none can truly say he gives if he receives.
A noble spirit.
Nay, my friends, but where there is true friendship, there needs no recompense. Pray, enjoy. More welcome are ye to my fortunes than my fortunes to me.
My lady, we always have confessed it.
Confessed it? More like advantage yourselves, have you not?
Take no heed of Apomantus. Let my meat make thee silent.
I scorn thy meat. 'Twould choke me, for I should ne'er flatter thee. Oh, you gods, what a number of people eat Timon, and she sees them not. It grieves me to see so many dip their meat in one woman's blood, and the madness is, she cheers them up too.
My lady in heart, and let the health go round. Oh, Captain Alcibiades, your heart's in the field now.
My heart is ever at your service, my lady.
You had rather give refuge to the dispossessed than drink with friends.
I bleed for the city's dispossessed.
Secure thy heart. All shall be well, and ne'er be weary. Alcibiades, thou art a soldier, therefore seldom rich. And now I remember, good friend, you gave good word the other day of my fine Mustang. It is yours because you liked it.
I'm already so far in your gifts.
We are born to do benefits. And what better or properer can our own than the riches of our friends? Oh, what a precious comfort 'tis to have so many, like family, commanding one another's fortunes. I drink to you.
Oh, I promise you, my lady, you moved me much.
Ugh, my friends, I must entreat you. Honor me so much as to accept these tokens kindly.
Oh, she's the very soul of bounty!
Honor and fortunes keep with you, Lady Timon!
Oh, what a thing of beauty!
Not to be believed.
Oh, I love it! It best suiteth me.
Tickets for the socks of red. I love the sport so well.
Go together, you precious winners all.
What a coil's here. Thus honest fools lay out their wealth on courtesies.
Nay, and you begin to rail on society once, I'm sworn not to give regard to you. Farewell, and come with better music.
Oh, that a woman's ears should be to counsel deaf, but not to flattery.
Late payments to me and late payments to clients all. 5,000 to borrow, and to Isidore she owes 9,000, and to Catus 11,000, which makes it 5 and 20. Still in motion of raging waste, this cannot hold. Will not. Cephas. Borrow. Isidore.
Here, ma'am. What is your pleasure?
Haste you to Lady Timon. Portune her for my monies. Be not ceased with slight denial, but tell her, her days and times are past. Take Var and Isidore with you, she is all, and my reliances on her fracted dates have strained my credit. I love and honor her, but must not break my back to heal her finger. Find play immediate. Get you gone.
I go, ma'am.
I go, ma'am.
I go, ma'am.
Takes no account about the coffre-meur. No resumes there of what is to continue. Never mind was to be so unwise, to be so kind.
What shall be done? You must be round with her.
Who is there? Creditors at the door. It's Cephas, Varro, and Isidore.
Good evening, Varro. What? No réponse, I see? You come for money.
It is my business.
And yours, Cephas? And you, Isidore?
It is so.
Would we were all discharged. Here comes the lady.
Cephas, good friend, how goes it with Madame Hortensia?
My lady, here is a note of certain dues, and here is my bill.
Go to my steward, Flavia.
Please, your ladyship, she had put me off to a succession of new days this month.
If you did know, my lady, my mistress's wants, 'twas due on forfeiture. My lady, 6 weeks and past. Here is my bill.
My worthy friend, I prithee, but repair to me next morning.
My good lady, I humbly pray your speedy payment. Here is my bill.
Pay myself, good friend.
Your steward puts me off, my lady, and I am sent expressly to your ladyship.
Give me breath. Good, my friends, keep on. I'll wait upon you instantly. Flavia, pray you. How goes the world that I am thus encountered with such clamorous demands of long due debts against my honor?
Please you, my good friends, the time is unagreeable to this business. Let your importunacy cease till after dinner, that I may make her ladyship understand we're not paid.
Do so, my friends. Adriana, see them well entertained? You make me marvel. Wherefore ere this time had you not fully laid my state before me?
Here Flavia, and many leisures she proposed. Many a time and often hath she importuned you to spend less, and yet you would embrace no counsel, take no warning.
Thank you, Adriana. You aren't needed elsewhere.
Many times I brought in my accounts, laid them before you, and you would throw them off. Say you found them in my flattery. My beloved lady, though you hear now too late, yet now is the time. The greatest of your having lacks a half to pay your present debts.
Let all my land be sold.
'Tis all engaged, some forfeited and gone.
And what remains will hardly stop the mouth of present dues. The future comes apace. Thou shalt defend the intercom. And at length, how goes our reckoning?
To Lacedaemon did my land extend.
Oh, my good lady, the world is but a word. Words all yours to give away in a breath. How quickly it's gone. Fini, terminé. Assez ridicule, j'en ai assez. C'est trop. Je départ. Je rentre à Paris. I shall leave thy service.
Faith, we both know you will not depart. Since Paris have you served me in this house? You tell me true?
Oui, madame.
Come, sermon me no further. Unwisely, not ignobly have I given. Why dost thou weep? Canst thou the conscience lack to think I shall lack friends? Secure thy heart, and try the argument of hearts by borrowing of them.
Assurance, bless your thoughts.
And, in some sort, these wants of mine are crowned that I account them blessings, for by these shall I try friends. You will perceive how you mistake my fortunes. I am wealthy in my friends. Call in my messengers, Flaminia and Servilla.
Servilla? My lady?
I must send thee to visit my senate friend. You, Servilla, to Lady Sempronia. Commend me to her, and her daughter, who lately I supplied with a goodly sum to make a match with our own Lucia. Let the request be 20,000 marks.
As you say, my lady.
Flaminia?
My lady?
I will dispatch you, Flaminia, to Lord Ventidius. Ventidius lately buried his father, by whose death he stepped into a great estate. When he was poor and imprisoned nearly, I cleared him with some 50,000 marks. Greet him from me. Bid him some good necessity touches his friend, which craves to be remembered with those 50,000 marks.
I go, my lady.
Flavia, ne'er speak or think that Timon's fortunes among her friends can sink.
I fear your friends are bounty's foe. We show my heart, I hope it is not so.
My honored lady, Sempronia?
Servilla, you attend on Lady Timon, no? Oh, very well. Commend me to thy honorable, virtuous lady.
May it please your honor, my lady hath sent me to beseech...
What has she sent? I'm so endeared to the lady she is ever sending.
She hath sent her present occasion now, my lady, requesting you to supply her instant use of 20,000 marks.
I know the lady is but merry with me. She cannot want 20,000 marks. Dost thou speak seriously, Servilla?
Upon my soul, 'tis true.
How unluckily it happened that I should spend the day before a small fortune. Now, I am not able to do the more beast I say for Lady Timon. Here's 3 coins. Good girl, wink at me and say thou sawest me not.
No.
Fare thee well.
Let molten coin be thy damnation, thou disease of a friend. The news is not good. Sempronia refuses to consider Timon's request. I fear it rests now with Lord Ventidius alone to stay Our Lady's ruin. We must pray you succeed better than I.
Oh, welcome, Flaminia. And how does your honorable, free-hearted Lady of Athens?
Her health is well, sir.
Oh, I am right glad. And what hast there under thy cloak, pretty Flaminia?
Faith, nothing but an empty box, sir, which in my lady's behalf I come to entreat your honor to supply, who noting your present fortune, my lady her loan of 50,000 marks.
Draw nearer, honest Flaminia. Thy lady's a bountiful gentlewoman, but thou knowest well enough this is no time to be lending money, especially upon bare friendship without security. Have her try Lady Sempronia, for she is wealthy too.
My lord, she was touched but denied Timon.
Oh, it shows but little love or judgment in Timon to make me her last refuge. She has much.
Yeah, you. Great Timon, noble, worthy Timon.
I'm angry at her to be thought a fool, and had sent to me first. I'd such a courage to do her good. But now return, and this answer join. Who bates mine honor shall not know my coin.
Has friendship such a faint and milky heart it turns in less than 2 nights? Oh, you gods! I dread to report. Ventidius shows little regard for Timon's misfortunes. The lady hath no friend left to pay visitation. I know not how to relay this information to her.
All your great friends deny you.
The poet, painter, jeweler as well.
Great Timon, noble, worthy Timon. When the means are gone that buy this place, the wealth is gone where the place is made. No credit will your friends lend of you.
What? Are my friends united against my requests? Have I been ever but free with these friends? These friends with whom I've feasted, did they now, like all else, show me an iron heart?
When your false masters eat of my lady's meat, then they would smile and fawn upon debts and take down the interest into their gluttonous maws.
Cut my heart in sums. Tell out my blood. Tear me, take me, and the gods fall upon them. They have even put my breath from me, the knaves. Creditors, devils.
My dear lady, this is ridiculous. You need to not be...
What if it should be so?
My lady?
Have it so. Flavia, go to the Senate and bid my friends again. Sempronia and Ventidius, and the poet, painter, jeweler, all. I'll once more feast the rascals.
Oh, my lady, you speak only from your distracted soul. There is not so much left as to furnish out a moderate table.
Be it not in thy care. Go, I charge thee, invite them all. Let in the tide of knaves once more. My cook Lucia and I'll provide.
You say no choice, we say pro-choice. You say no choice, we say pro-choice.
Order in the court.
Honor, health, and compassion to the Senate.
Now, Captain.
It pleases time and fortune to lie heavy upon a friend of mine, who in mercy hath fallen foul of the new Senate law. He's a doctor, who did you worthy service in Lacedaemon. He, in the defense of a young girl, hath removed her woe, behaving only as warranted under the clamor of her misfortune.
You undergo too strict a paradox, striving to make an ugly deed look fair. Your words have took such pains as if they labor to bring manslaughter into form and set corling upon the head of valor. If wrongs be evil and enforce us kill, what folly 'tis to hazard life for ill.
My lady.
You cannot make gross sins look clear.
Your honors then, under favor, pardon me if I speak for my captain. Why do doctors expose themselves to harm and so endure all threats if they cannot be assured the right to the privacy of their female patients?
You breathe in vain.
In vain? I say, my senators, this doctor has done fair service, honoring the legal laws of the land for lo these past many decades.
And stopped too many babes before their time. He has been known to commit outrages. He's a sworn butcher. His days are foul.
He dies. Urge it no further.
Hard fate! Before his act, a woman risked her life. If by this crime he owes the law his life, why, let the law receive it in valiant gore. For law is strict, and choice is nothing more.
Do you dare our anger? 'Tis in few words, but spacious in effect. We banish thee and yours forever.
Banish me?
Banish us? Banish your blind eye, your partisanship. That makes the Senate ugly.
Banishment? It comes not ill. I hate not to be banished. It is a cause worthy my spleen and fury, that it may strike at Athens.
Cheer up, my discontented troops, and lay for hearts. 'Tis honor with most lands to be at odds. Citizens should brook as little wrongs as gods.
Chinese health authorities are still working to identify the virus behind a pneumonia outbreak in the central city of Wuhan. According to authorities, the number of cases has increased to 44, with 11 of them in serious condition.
Hong Kong reported 2.
With all my heart, good friends, and how fare you?
Ever at the best, hearing well of your ladyship.
I hope it remains not unkindly with your lady that I returned, Flaminia, an empty messenger.
Ah, sir, think not on it.
My most honorable lady, I am and sick of shame that when Servilla was sent to me, I was so unfortunate a beggar.
Oh, think not on it. I'll attend on you further.
How do you? What's the news?
Alcibiades is banished. Hear you of it?
Alcibiades banished?
'Tis so, be sure of it.
How? How?
All cover dishes.
Oh, my worthy friends, will you draw near?
Oh, royal cheer, I warrant you.
You great benefactors, sprinkle our society with thankfulness. The gods require our thanks. Make the meat be beloved more than the woman that gives it. Oh, gods, the senators of Athens, together with the common lag of people. What is amiss in them, you gods? Make suitable for destruction. For these, my present friends, as they are to me nothing, so in nothing bless them, and to nothing they are welcome. Uncover, dogs, and lap.
Oh. What vile thing means this?
I know not.
Are you a better feast never behold, you knot of mouth friends? Excrement is your perfection. This is Timon's last, who's stuck and spangled with your flatteries, your reeking villainy. Most smiling, smooth, detested parasites crust you quite o'er. Lucia, Flaminia, Servilla, attend. Emotion, burn, house, Athens. Henceforth hated be of Timon, man, humanity.
Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag. So we bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner pies, and we walked off to look for America. Kathy, I said as we boarded a Greyhound in Pittsburgh, Michigan seems like a dream to me now. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw, and I've come to look for America. Laughing on the bus, playing games with the faces. She said the man in the gabardine suit was a spy. I said, be careful, his bow tie is really a camera. Toss me a cigarette, I think there's one in my raincoat. We smoked the last one and now we're gone. I looked at the scenery. She read her magazine, and the moon rose over an open field. Kathy, I'm lost, I said, though I knew she was sleeping. Don't know why. Counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, and they've all come to look for America. All come to look for cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, and they've all come to look for America. All come to look for America. All come to look for America.
where a dire situation is unfolding. A surge of COVID patients has some hospitals here scrambling to find beds in other Texas cities.
The patients end up basically backing up in the emergency room. They're quote unquote boarding in the emergency room because there are no beds in the hospital.
New infection.
Plagues, incident to men, your potent and infectious fevers heap on Athens. Matrons, turn incontinent. Obedience fail in children. Let the common man pluck the Senate from the bench and minister in their steads. Son of 16, pluck the lineage crutch from thy old limping sire, and with it beat out his brains. Peace, justice, and truth decline to your confounding contraries, and let confusion live. Timon retreats to the woods, where she shall find the unkindest beast more kinder than mankind.
Hear you, Flavia. Where's Our Lady?
Are we undone?
Cast off?
Nothing remaining?
Alack, my good friends, what should I say to you? Let me be recorded by the righteous gods. I am as poor as you.
The house broke. So noble a lady fallen, all gone. And not one friend to take Timon by the arm and go along with her. Or shun my newly married wife, the daughter of that wretched Sempronia.
We must all part into this sea of air.
All broken implements of a ruined house.
Good people all, the latest of my wealth I'll share amongst you. Whenever we shall meet, for Timon's sake, let us shake our heads and say, bah, we have seen better days. Let each take some. Nay, put out all your hands.
Thank you.
Not one word more. Thus we part rich in sorrow, parting poor.
Poor honest lady, brought low by her own heart, undone by goodness. When a woman's worst sin is she does too much good, who then dares to be half so kind again?
Alas, mon chéri, I'll ever serve her mind with my best will. Whilst I have gold, I'll be her steward still.
Oh, blessed breeding sun, draw from the earth rotten humidity. Below thy sister's orb, infect the air.
Wildfires are scorching the West Coast, leaving behind a path of death and destruction. In California, the August complex fire has become the largest fire in state history. Nearly 500,000 acres have burned, and the fire there still only 24% contained. NBC News
Gods confound!
Bringing you the latest now on the coronavirus emergency. An internal FEMA memo shows nearly 8,000 people died from the disease last week. That's a 24% jump over the previous 7-day period. And now there are new back-to-school concerns, with some schools that tried to reopen already forced to shut back down. Steve Osasami is in it.
Grant, you good gods all, and grant, as Timon grows, her hate may grow to the whole race of mankind, high and low. Amen. And plague infect you all. Earth, yield me roots. All feasts, societies, all manner of people and their presence Timon disdains. What is here? Gold. Yellow, glittering, precious gold. No, you gods. I dig for roots, you clear heavens. You gods, why this? What this? This yellow slave will knit and break religions. Bless the accursed. Give thieves titles. Meal and approval of senators on the bench. What noise? Thou art quick, but yet I'll bury thee.
What art thou there? Speak!
A beast, as thou art.
What is thy name?
I am misanthropos and hate mankind.
I know thee well, Timon, but in thy fortunes am unlearned and strange.
I know thee too, Alcibiades. And more than that I know thee, I not desire to know.
How came the noble Timon to this change?
As the moon does, by wanting light to give. But then renew I could not, like the moon. There were no suns to borrow of. I see you stand protected.
It is the safest means to ward off the plague's infection. Noble Timon, what friendship may I do thee?
Oh, promise me friendship, but perform none.
I have heard in some sort of thy misery.
Thou sawest them when I had prosperity.
I see them now. Then was a blessed time.
Is this the Athenian lady whom the world voiced so regardfully?
Art thou Timandra?
Yes.
Be a whore still. They love thee not that use thee. Infect them with diseases, leaving with thee their lust.
I am no whore, but fight for my fellow citizens.
Sweet Timandra, for her wits are lost and drowned in her calamities. Oh, when I have laid proud Athens on a heap.
Whereas thou against Athens?
I, Timon, have cause.
The gods confound them all in thy conquest, and thee after, when thou hast conquered. Here's gold. Go on, there's gold to pay foot soldiers. Make large confusion, and thy fury spent, burn Athens to the ground.
Hast thou gold yet? I'll take the gold thou givest me, not all thy counsel.
Give us some gold.
Speak not, begone.
Good Timon, hast thou more?
Believe it will do anything for gold.
Plague all, that your activity may defeat and quell the source of all election. Here's more. Do you damn others, and let this damn you, and ditches grave you all.
More counsel with more money, bounteous Timon.
Forward march to Athens. Farewell, Timon. If I thrive well, I'll visit thee again.
If I hope well, I'll never see thee more.
I never did thee harm.
Yes, thou spokest well of me. Get thee away, and take thy beagles with thee.
Strike!
You say pro-life, but that's a lie. You don't care if women die. You say pro-life, but that's a lie. You don't care if women die.
How is it that nature, being so sick of man's unkindness, should yet be hungry? Come, Mother Earth, from forth thy plenteous womb one poor root. Let it no more bring out ingrateful man. Ah, Dear thanks. Not another. Ah, Apomantis, plague, plague!
I was directed hither. I hear report thou dost affect my manners, and dost use them.
Ah, 'tis then because thou dost not keep a dog whom I would imitate. Consumption catch thee. But not from me. Living in the woods has freed me from disease.
This is in the nature, but infected. A poor melancholy sprung from change of fortune. Why this place, this peasant-like habit? Thy flatterers yet wear silk, drink wine, lie soft, and have forgot that ever Timon was. Do not then assume my likeness.
Were I like thee, I'd throw away myself.
Oh, thou hast cast away thyself, being like thyself. Mad woman so long, now a fool.
A fool of thee. Depart.
I love thee better now than ere I did.
I hate thee worse. Why dost thou seek me out?
To vex thee.
Why shouldst thou hate the world? They never flattered thee. That the whole life of Athens were in this, thus would I eat it.
Here, I will mend thy feast.
First, mend my company. Take away thyself.
You cannot live on grass, on berries and water, as beasts and birds and fishes.
Nor on the beasts themselves, the birds and fishes. You must eat men.
The middle of humanity, thou never knewest, but the extremity of both ends.
I dig for roots, but find an unwanted fortune instead. Tell the knaves, tell all that I have gold. Look, so I have.
Here is no use for gold.
The best and truest, for here it sleeps and does no hired harm. When there is nothing living but thee, thou shalt be welcome. I had rather be a beggar's dog than Apomantis.
Thou art the cap of all fools alive.
Would thou wert clean enough to spit upon.
There is no leprosy but what thou speakest.
Ah, I beat thee, but I should infect my hands. Oh. Away, thou tedious rogue. I am sorry. I shall lose a stone by thee.
Beast!
Snake?
Toad!
Rogue, rogue, rogue! I am sick of this false world. We will love not, but even the mere necessities upon it. Apomantis, I tell thee that Timon presently prepares a grave. Lie where the light foam, the sea may beat thy gravestone daily. Make thine epitaph that death in me, that others' lives may laugh.
Live.
and love thy misery.
Long live so, and so die.
Yonder comes the poet, painter, and the jeweler. The plague of company light upon thee. I fear to catch it and will give way. When I know not what else to do, I'll see thee again.
As I took note of the place, it cannot be far where she abides.
What's to be thought of her? Does the rumor hold for true that she's so full of gold?
Certain, Alcibiades reports it. She likewise enriched poor straggling soldiers with great quantities.
So, this breaking of hers has been but a try for her friends.
Nothing else? You shall see her again. Flourish with the highest. Therefore, 'tis not amiss we tender our loves to her.
What have you now to present unto her?
Nothing on me at this time but my visitation. Only I'll promise her an excellent peace.
Oh, hail, worthy Timon!
Oh, we are hither come to offer you our services.
Oh, hello, my worthy friends. Why find you me here? We're honest artists. Speak truth. You've heard that I have gold, I'm sure you have.
So it is said, my noble lady, but therefore came not my friends nor I.
But I forget my manners. Why, how shall I requite thee? Canst thou eat roots and drink cold water?
What we can do.
Will do.
To do you service. Oh.
Good, honest friends. Thou drawest a counterfeit best in all Athens. Thou art indeed the best. Thou counterfeits most lively.
I know none such, my lady.
Nor I.
Oh, look in that stream and see the counterfeits that do me wrong. Yes, you see thyselves. Hence, pack. There's gold. You came for gold. Leeches. Oh, rascal dogs. Be gone, you worthless parasites.
Timon, at long last you heed my call. I beg of you to know me, good my lady, to accept my grief and entertain me as your steward still.
Had I a steward so true, so just, and now so comfortable, it almost turns my dangerous nature mild. Let me behold thy face. I do proclaim one honest woman.
Two.
By the gods, I'll eat what little I have to requite me. By yourself, leech again.
By those same gods do I account myself rich. Go, live rich and happy, but ne'er see thee.
Au revoir.
Adieu.
Peace and content be here.
And I remain here. Fare thee well, faithful servant.
Farewell.
Oh, thou sun that comforts, burn.
Oh, we senators of Athens greet thee, Timon.
Oh, I thank them, and would send them back the plague.
What we are sorry for ourselves in need of our own restraining aid to Timon, the senators, with one consent of love, entreat thee back to Athens.
You witch me in it. Your true cause? Be brief.
The city is now incensed against us, feeling with all the lack of Timon's aid, and that she hath always loved the people.
'Tis true. We stand much hazard if we bring not Timon back. Alcibiades approaches, wild, savage to her country's peace. Timon hath so planted honor in our city's hearts, that her good tongue might stop her and her army.
If Alcibiades kill my countrymen, let Alcibiades know this of Timon, that Timon cares not. But if she sack fair Athens, I care not. While you have throats to answer, let her take you at worst the worst. 'Tis true, I love my country, and am not one that rejoices in the common wreck. Be Alcibiades your plague, you hers.
Alcibiades sends word of her return with letters of entreaty to Timon, which imported her fellowship in the cause against your city.
So, I care not. Why, I was writing of my epitaph. It will be seen soon. My long sickness of health and living now begins to mend.
You say pro-life, but that's a lie. You don't care if women die. You say pro-life, but that's a lie. You don't.
Alcibiades is a sworn rioter. In that beastly fury, she has been known to commit outrages and childish actions.
Corrosive senate that pours salt into Timon's wounds.
It is a cause most worthy of thy spleen and fury.
Seize them! Now breathless wrong shall sit and pant in your great chairs of ease.
Till now, myself and we have slept within the shadow of your power.
Now the time is flush, when crouching marrow and the bear strong cries of itself no more!
Timon is dead, and hath done her reign. Here reads her epitaph. Timon hath made her everlasting mansion upon the beached verge of the salt flood. Thither come, and let my gravestone be your oracle. Lips, let sour words go by, and language end. What is amiss, plague and infection mend. Dead is noble Timon, of whose memory hereaftermore you have disgraced. Till now you have gone on with all licentious measure, making your will the scope of justice.
We have offended, and seek to make amends. Then, dear followers, bring in thy ranks, but leave without thy rage. Spare thy city and its inhabitants.
Set thy foot against our rampired gates, and they shall open, unarmed and free of malice. So thou wilt send thy gentle heart before to say thou'lt enter friendly.
These rebel ones that I have kept quiet withal are citizens imbued with worthy qualities. Forgive them what they have committed, and let them be recalled from their exile. No recompense to be made.
'Tis most nobly spoken.
Exchange and keep your word. Bring me into your city, and I'll use the olive with my sword. Make war breed peace. Make peace stint war. There is my hand.
Sometimes I lay under the moon. I thank God I'm breathing. And I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they bleed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze, you can lose your way, your way. In my job, you crazy, but don't let it phase you, no way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down.
So we're going to take a few minutes to thank the people who made the show possible, the people who work behind the scenes, and they work super hard on this show. So I'm just going to start. I want to thank Lilia for doing the beginning slides for us. It was amazing. It really let me change my, hold on. Yes. So yeah, we would be giving you flowers right now, but we can't, sadly. But yes, thank you to Lilia.
Next, we want to thank our wonderful prop master, Isaac, who really allowed us to have these such amazing props for this show.
Next, we want to thank one of the people in charge of costumes, one of three, Tamar Passerman. She's a wonderful girl. Lended a really great hand to Helen and the other people doing costumes, and she's wonderful. So thank you, Tamar.
And the next person we want to thank is another one of our lovely costume designers, Helen Ives. And Helen has been extremely enthusiastic and passionate about costumes and making sure we all look good and feel good in what we're wearing as well. And as you can see, the costumes look amazing. So thank you so much, Helen.
The next person we want to thank is Kate. This show, our stage manager, she is amazing and does literally so much, and on Zoom everything is different, and you did a great job, and thank you so much.
Before I thank the next couple of people, just want to say there will be a talk back after this where you can ask all your questions that you have for us and the directors and all the wonderful tech people who we have just mentioned and are still about to mention. I'm just seeing those participant numbers drop, so stick around. Anyway, one of the people I would like to thank is Bonnie, our wonderful sound person. Everything you hear in the show, besides us talking, and even sometimes when we talk, it's her doing that. And she found those wonderful cues, so thank you, Bonnie. These flowers are for you. And also Miss Hayden, who I know was here at the beginning of the show. I don't know if she's still here, but Miss Hayden is an English teacher at BHS, also happens to be my English teacher. She's wonderful at that, but tonight we're thanking her for, oh, she is still here. Hi, Miss Hayden. We're thanking her for helping us with textual analysis on this play. She came to a lot of rehearsals and helped us really understand what we were saying. And it was very nice to know exactly the context and the historical context behind all of our lines. So thank you, Miss Hayden.
Our next thank you goes out to Peter, our dear friend who joined us from England for these rehearsals to help with almost every aspect of our acting and performances. Despite the time difference, Peter was a fantastic help throughout the rehearsal process. So yay, Peter. And my other thank you goes to Katie, who helps with so much of the sets and the scenery and those banquet backdrops you saw, as well as the leaves and the wood setting. And she did a fantastic job with all of that. So thank you, Katie.
I am going to thank Mark Vanderzee, who, literally people would not be able to see this show if not for Mark. He helped us stream it, completely integral to the process and to tech, and just thank you so much.
And the last bouquet, hi Mark. Our last bouquet here goes to our phenomenal director, Mary Mastandrea. Everyone give a little applause. There's so much to say about you in so little time, but this community means so much to so many of us. So thank you so much for finding a way to adapt and bring it together through everything over the interwebs. Your hard work is so appreciated, and we love you so much, Mary. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the talkback portion of our night. If anyone has to leave, go ahead. We won't be able to see who you are, so you don't have to feel weird or nervous about us staring you down. However, if you do have a question, we would love for you to stick around or want to hear some answers to questions. And so you can do that one of two ways. There we go. You can ask us a question in the Q&A, or you can raise your hand and we will call on you, and you'll be unmuted and you will get to ask aloud. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the Q&A or raise your hand. Anyone? Oh, yes. Marcella. You're muted, so just unmute. Okay. I don't know if your microphone is working. You should be able, Marcella, you should be able to talk. Just unmute your mic. Hi.
Hi, I'm sorry. My question is super boring, so I want you to make it like figure out what's important. I just don't understand how you did any of this. I don't understand what I was just watching. Was this live? Was this recorded? So maybe just start with that. And I'm sure I'm not the only person wondering this. Was this live? And that's my question.
Okay, got it. Who would like to answer that? Maya.
Hiya. Yes, this performance was in fact live. We spent the last 2 months rehearsing. Part of our rehearsals were in person, socially distanced, and a lot of them were over Zoom. So it took a lot of effort to try and make everything technically and acting-wise smooth. Our tech team worked very hard to bring you all these sets. Any costume or set changes you saw were happening off camera. And we rehearsed and memorized everything for the past 2 months and worked out every tech cue, every scene, everything to show to you live today and yesterday.
Awesome. Thank you, Maya. Next question we have from Adam. So all you got to do is unmute and then, yes, perfect.
How many people did it like take in general, like actors and like people behind the scenes?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Who would like to answer that? Grace.
Yeah, sure. It's pretty much everyone you see here now. We were all, I mean, I think no one else is off screen or anything other than the adults who were a part of the production, which was only like a few, 3 or 4. And the rest was all here. All the faces you see are who it took. Yeah. Good question.
Yeah, would anyone else like to add on, or shall I move on? Sorry, I have to like click through my, oh, Lilia, yes.
I also just want to add that in addition to everybody here, we also had a lot of amazing people that helped us out with creating the sets and with rehearsals. So just students and friends and people that are part of the Drama Society who all really supported us and helped us really put this all together. So big shout out to them.
Very true. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the Q&A part. I see that a few people asked questions in the chat. It would be really, really helpful if you guys could just ask them in the Q&A, just so I can have them all in one place. But if you don't know how, that's fine. I'll try and come back to them. Okay, so we have a question. What was the logic behind whether to use Zoom background or a background prop? Isaac.
So the idea, so we had a lot of virtual backgrounds, as you can see, and the general idea was that we can't get like, you know, however many actual sets to every person here. So we chose sort of our 2 biggest scenes, which was the banquet and the forest, which is the leaves you see behind a whole bunch of people here. And we decided those 2 were the real sets that we were going to create with the help of our great friend Katie, and we found some erosion cloth, and she, along with Mary, got all the leaves and put them all up with the students and everyone. And then the rest of the things we just sort of had to figure out how to find 360-degree pictures of rooms and such to set the scene.
Yes, that's very true. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of compound a bunch of these questions into one big one. Okay, so how was it difficult? Was it difficult to learn to use Zoom to make the show come to life? And then in the same vein as that, can people talk about like the different backgrounds for like the virtual rooms and yeah, I don't know, like putting a Zoom show together? Phoebe.
So specifically for the backgrounds, Bonnie had the fantastic idea of finding 360 tours of libraries or houses or places like that. And then T found the one that you see behind us. I don't remember what it was called, but then we just took screenshots, like went in the rooms in the 360 tour and like took screenshots of the different angles and then used those. And I think for general acting in Zoom, just like it definitely requires being focused in a different way. Instead of being focused on like what's going on around you like you would be on stage, I think being focused on the words of your computer screen a little bit.
Yes, very, very true. Does someone else want to add on, or shall I move on? T.
I know one thing that's sort of an obstacle to overcome for acting inside of your house is it's a lot easier to sort of become your character when you're not in a place that you spend every day of your life in being yourself. So you sort of have to put in that, everyone's had to put in that extra effort to really build this like world of Timon inside of their own rooms in their homes.
Okay, and then thank you so much. I'm going to compound this question, the next question with, again, with a few others. Okay, so could someone talk about, probably one of the protesters, maybe Dean, you'd like to speak to this? Talk about the choice to have the protesters talking about abortion versus what was in the original text and how that conversation went.
Yeah, I can take this one. So in the original play, in the original Timon of Athens, the language is very different in the Senate scene. Basically, originally Alcibiades was vouching, or I'm not sure the right word, defending his friend who was a soldier and fought for Athens in wars and then killed someone in self-defense and was going to be put to death. And in the original, he is basically saying, oh, it was self-defense, don't kill my friend, and then sacks Athens because of it. We wanted to do something that was more topical for the current times. I mean, you can't really avoid having COVID in the show because that's like what we're working with right now. And we wanted to do something that was current events, and we needed something that an issue that people could care about enough to destroy a city, basically. And with Amy Coney Barrett getting onto the Supreme Court and, discussions about Roe v. Wade and the passing of RBG, this was something that we thought that we could portray with passion and would, get some thoughts going with people, thoughts and feelings. So yeah, that was kind of our thinking behind that.
Yes, thank you so much, Dean. Okay, now we're going to move back to the people who are raising their blue hands. So we have a question from Jenny. Just unmute.
Hello, it's Jeannie, and I'm speaking, no, it's fine. And I'm speaking from Stratford-on-Avon in the UK, Shakespeare's birthplace. My question, you've touched on it a little bit already, but what do you think was the most challenging or the most difficult thing to deal with in terms of performing through Zoom as opposed to performing live? What is exciting about using Zoom, and what is exciting about performing live? How do they match up?
Yeah, that's a really great question. Sophie, you want to talk a little about that?
Yeah, so I'd say for the hardest thing about acting on Zoom personally was just playing up my reactions. On Zoom, it definitely, you kind of get this effect of like it flattens out your face a little bit. And also with just seeing everyone's face in view all the time, all of your reactions need to be like dialed up, So it was for me quite hard to sort of almost act like outrageously because it kind of went against what I thought a normal person would do in this situation. So everything had to be really dialed up for Zoom, but for some benefits, I mean, we're able to do these virtual backgrounds and get these really nice screenshots of rooms. So setting people in different places is really nice and clean. And but it's just so different from being in a set on stage altogether that it's almost hard to compare the two.
Yes, that's really true. And I bet a bunch of actors here will also agree with that. I'm sorry, I know that there are so many people raising their hands who are in the cast, but I really want to get to most of the questions, so I'm going to move on. Brian, you are on air. Hi. Are you speaking? Very sorry, we can't hear you. But if you would like to, you can also put your question in the Q&A and I will get to it ASAP. So let's try that. Okay, back to Q&A. People are very curious about the leaves and the props. So can someone talk about how we made the leaves, our leaf screens? Who is raising their hand? Grace.
Yes. We all went into school and we had to cut what's it called? The rope that you see in the background. I'm blinking on the name right now.
Erosion cloth.
Yeah, erosion cloth. We had to cut the erosion cloth, and Mary brought in like all these leaves that she like sawed down in her backyard or like the woods behind her house, and we used erosion cloth actually to like weave in branches and leaves in, and definitely as time went on, a lot of the leaves wilted. So like for me, I had to like go out several times and get more leaves and like weave them on. But yeah, we like tried to have a mix of like dark brown colors and like tried to make it really accurate. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Grace. Okay, we are not going to have time to get to all these questions. I'm very sorry. So I'm going to try and combine them as much as possible. Okay, people are curious about our personal experience acting. Someone asked, how many hours did we spend? Did we ever get really nervous? One person asked for advice. Now, we're senior, so I don't know if we're totally qualified, but you know what? We'll go with it. Okay, so let's look. Kai.
Okay. It at first it was definitely nervous. Like you would definitely feel a sense of nerves and being really nervous because in a Shakespeare show, it's not exactly the language we're used to because it's very a different type of English than what we speak normally and in conversations with other people, as well as just in our day-to-day lives and growing up. And we did spend about, I think at the beginning, 4 days a week with 2-hour rehearsals each day. And as we got closer, we started getting more and more rehearsals up and during the day. And also advice to new actors, as Amelia said, that since we're basically just all high schoolers, we don't really have the best advice.
Kai, you just cut out, so I'm going to quickly see if anyone else has any advice for new actors. Maya, your hand went whoop, so I'll call on you.
Big advice I have for new actors is keep trying. Just keep going, but like audition for things, because that's how you learn. Audition for things, maybe you'll get in, maybe you don't, but just do it. I promise you it'll be worth it. Specifically, audition for triples, which are coming up very soon. You can find out more about it on the Brookline High School Drama Society website.
That's Maya. Nice shout out. Okay, last question. Did Timon really just die of a broken heart? Yes, Eve.
Okay. Short answer, yes. However, broken heart and general disillusionment with the world. The Venn diagram there has a big overlap. And I think, I mean, we've all lived the same last 8 months. We've all seen the ups and downs, and we're all getting through it, and we're getting through it together. But Timon did not really have the privilege of getting through it with people. And so she goes to the woods, and there's nothing there for her. And as she starts to realize that the anger she's built up isn't going to save her from the bad things in the world, she kind of gives up. And that's what we see at the end of this show. So again, short answer, yes, that is what happens.
Thank you so much, Eve, and thanks to everyone for coming, and thanks especially to those of you who stayed for our Q&A.